Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? YouTube. Been a minute. Back at it with another video. Doing a live coding sessions today. But I'm gonna see if I can get some people in here before I get started. So if you don't hear me for a minute, for people that are watching it on the replay, that's what I'm doing right now. So give me just a second. I'm gonna try to get some extra people in here so we can have a real session, hang out, talk with my boys. Let's talk code. So let me see if I can get some Lambda people in here. Share this link. So for all the people that are watching right now, how y'all doing? Hope y'all having a blessed day, blessed week. I'm feeling a lot better. I've been sick the last several days. Been over a week since I was under the weather. Today I feel much better, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Had to go to the doctor. It was on last Friday. Yeah, because I didn't know what I had, man. I was like sick for like a few days. I was off, and I was still feeling terrible. So I was like, man, I gotta find out what's wrong with me, because I don't know if any of y'all been following me on my Twitter, but I've kind of been ghost on my YouTube and my Instagram, my IG and stuff like that. So I've been part of Build Week, and you know, I've been struggling to get what I've got done so far because I was sick, for like a whole week. So I'm gonna post my link on there. See, we live. So anyone that's watching this right now live, I don't know if anyone's watching. Um, Let me know what y'all working on this week, man. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. I'll get some people in here. Get this thing popping. See if I can add someone directly on here. Anybody's watching this that wants to join the session, just hit me up on if you're a Lambda student, just hit me up on my DMs on there, and I'll add you on so we can just talk. Or if you're not a Lambda student, you just a web developer, hit me up too. Want to start a little conversation. Let's see. So yeah, I'm just gonna let some more people come in. Anyone who's trying to come in, and kind of start showing what I've been working on once we get some more people in here. But actually surprised how it's been turning out, man, to be honest. I don't know if any of y'all been checking out my posts and stuff like that, but I was a little nervous like a few days ago because I feel like I wasn't as far along as I should be. But I don't look too bad so far. And in a second, I kind of can show you a sneak peek what I've been doing as far as like the design aspect of it, and I can show you my code when we get to that point. So some more people in here. Let's see. Check my. And if y'all can hear me, all right, just let me know. Let me know. Okay. I know YouTube used to have a thing where you show how many people are on here, but I'm not sure if they do that no more. It's tough. Not really. I'm still getting used to this live stream thing. Like, so if I look like don't know what I'm doing, I probably don't. See. So sorry if it's disorganized, whatever. But it's my first time doing something like this, at least like a live coding session. So, okay. All right. So let's see if I wait a couple more minutes. See who else is on here. No one hops on. I'll go ahead and get started with this. So I know it's kind of the middle of the day too. Like people probably having a dinner, maybe doing a project themselves, stuff like that. So I understand. But like I said, this is mainly gonna be on later too. So anyone who don't catch this live can catch the replay. And like I said, anyone who watches my stuff, I appreciate all the love, all support, all that stuff. Because I never underestimate like just like the audience I have, and I'm just surprised that people even be watching my stuff, man. To be honest, because I'm just talking about my experiences and stuff like that, Like I don't feel like I'm like the most exciting guy in the world, but it's my experiences, and hopefully it'll help someone else out who's maybe trying to get into web development, maybe trying to be a software engineer, all that stuff. Because before Lambda School, I know I told the story a couple other times before, but I was self-taught for years, man. Like I've been probably trying to learn how to code for I don't know 2-3 years, something like that. And there was a guy, Joe. Shout out to my boy Joe. He kind of inspired me to like get to that next level. Like when I first learned, I kind of gave up. I did team trials for a little bit. I learned a little bit HTML, CSS, and I felt like it got stuck when I started getting into like positioning and stuff like that. And it just I don't know, it wasn't clicking. So I gave up and I was like, man, forget this. Because I originally was thought that computer science, all that stuff, web development, all that stuff was real difficult. Because I had a roommate at the time. He was from Ghana. I said this in the channel earlier, and he was a student, and I was like, man, what the heck is this? Like I looked at his computer, it was like a foreign language. It was crazy, man. Like And I really should have got into it then because this was like maybe when I was 21 years old, something like that. And at the time, I was like, nah, because I was going because I was a broadcasting major at UCL, and he was a computer science major, from Ghana. And if I looking back at it, I probably should have just transferred and did another major and did that, or even did double major. I don't know, because really a broadcasting degree, journalism, whatever, it's kind of pointless nowadays. Like with the social media age we live in, you know, if I wanted a journalism type position or a journalism job or some type of job in the industry, entertainment industry, something like that, I could find it just by just putting videos on YouTube or reporting stories, making my own website, making my own blog, and then getting some attention. And then and that attention will cause me to be able to get hired at a major corporation if I wanted to be at that major corporation. Sorry, that was a tongue twister right there. And it's just crazy to me how life works. So fast forward a little bit. Uh, I was in sales for a minute. I was in direct sales. And the reason why I did direct sales, I sold Kirby vacuums for a while. For anyone who knows about that, Kirby vacuums. Uh, I did that for like 3 years. I thought it was a good opportunity for me. It was something that I did because I thought that um, maybe I could make a lot of money really, really quick and eventually have my own business because I've always wanted to have my own business. Like that's always been a goal of mine. I never wanted to stay at a job for 20, 30 years, retire, and that be it. Like I want to do my own thing. Like I want to be able to do my own thing, give back to the community, give back to my mom because she raised me. She worked her butt off. She still works her butt off. Like to anyone who doesn't know, like my stepdad, he's been sick. A few years back, he only had like a year to live, and he's still kicking right now. And she's been watching him. And the reason why I stopped doing my Kirby thing was because I wanted to move back home and be close to her because I know she was worried about me. I didn't want her worried about me and worried about him, especially in his condition that he was at the time. He still can't, live by himself. So she watches him, and stays with him. But I want to be able to make her proud and, just do something special, because, not everybody can do that. Some people, they're not blessed enough or they don't have the opportunities or, there's certain setbacks happen in their life that they're not able to do those things. And I'm in a position right now where I can do things that other people can't do and do some things that maybe I should have did, a few years back, and I didn't because I was young and dumb. I'm still young. I still make dumb decisions, but I feel like I'm a little wiser than I was when I was in my early 20s. So sorry about the little rant. I just I like to share stuff. And I feel like a lot of y'all can maybe relate to at least one of my stories that I have. I have like a whole like notebook full of stories. Like I told one of my friends several years back, I was like, man, I could write a whole TV show on stuff that stuff that happened in my life. Whole TV show, man. Like and one day I may do it. One day I may do it. I don't know. I thought about it because there's this guy I used to work with. He was my boss. He was Abel. Man, that guy was crazy. He's a Cuban guy. So if anyone who ever worked with the Cuban or been with the Cuban, you know how they operate. They work hard. That you know that dude was crazy, man. Like that's all I gotta say. Like I respected him, but some days he got on my nerves, straight up. Like but I can't take anything from that man though. I respected like his work ethic, and that's kind of what made me get into doing the Kirby business when I did, because I saw him. I was like, man, this guy can do it. I can do it. you know. And I don't mean to be on another tangent like that, but there was a story that he kind of told about me because like when I started, man, I wasn't getting paid like nothing for like 4 or 5 months, man. Like I probably made 300, $400, a month the first 4 or 5 months doing in the Kirby business. Like I was struggling, man. Like, and there's a lot of people that said, "You're not gonna make it, Cam. You're not gonna make it." And my thing is like, if someone tell me I'm not gonna make it, I'm gonna do everything I can to make it, man. Like I'm a stubborn guy. I'm real stubborn. And I was like, okay, I'll take you on that bet. So I don't know what happened. Like I think maybe a year after that incident, I met this other guy who was working for Able, because they got the FDs, which is like the main store operators, and they got the DTs, which is like they're like the people that are in training to be an FD, if that makes any sense. So the DTs, they have their own store, but they still have to buy Kirby's from the FD because he's the guy who runs the whole top organization. So there was this guy named I'm not even gonna say his name. He was a scumbag. But at the time, I was like, he was giving me all this nice stuff. He was telling me, he was like, man, if you work for me, I'll give you more pay, all this, that, and whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. And so and at the time I was staying with my folks. So I was like, and they got these other people that were working with them. And I said, man, I'll live with y'all. I'll split the rent, let's let's do this together. So I did do it together with them. And long story short, I got burned real bad. Like I was like at one operation that they were doing. It was like, I'm not no snitch or nothing. But they said they were going on some trip, right? And I kept calling them, kept calling them, because we got sent home because we didn't have no place to stay. Because like the DT was like pocketing the money. Like he wasn't paying us. Like I swear, like there was like 2 months straight where I wasn't getting no money that I got owed. No money. And I was like, what? Like I want my money, man. Like if I work hard for my money, I want to get my money. And it was crazy because like every time I saw my folks, like I would try to avoid them as much as possible at this time because they saw I was losing weight, and I was begging for like you know I would get food stamps. I was begging to get extra stuff like at the store and stuff like that. For my FD, they had the money. I mean, not the FD, my DT, they had the money. And, yeah, but this guy was a scumbag, like straight up. Like I would never work for this guy ever again. And then, so long story short, I never got all my money, but I just was like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm done with this Kirby stuff. That's it. I got burned too bad. The first guy, he was okay, but I was just struggling because I didn't really have a good teacher to teach me how to sell Kirby's the right way. Because I'm an introverted guy, and some of these people are extroverted people. So how they can approach and sell Kirby's is different than how I would approach and to sell a Kirby to somebody. I think I'm more of a people person though. Like I may be introverted, but I can relate to people on a personal level as opposed to someone that maybe can just be a smooth talker and do this, that, and whatever. So I stopped working for like maybe 3 months, man. I couldn't find a job. It was just a struggle for me, man. So then I randomly, my old boss, Abel, the first guy, the FD, he said, Cam, you want to go on a road trip? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I really didn't think nothing of it. I just needed some money. Like I was desperate. And I don't want to work fast food. Like I've never liked working fast food at all. Like it just sucked to me. And so I was like, I either take this opportunity or work fast food. It's like take your pick. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this guy another shot. Be on a road trip, and so and this is where the story gets really really crazy because I met some good people, but at the time I was mad because okay, I packed up my stuff and I went I think an hour away from here is Lawton, Oklahoma. Anyone who's from Oklahoma or anyone who's been around Lawton, Oklahoma, it's a military town. So I went down there and I was like, you know, I think one of Abel's people, was driving me, not him, but like one of his people. And he was like, Cam's gonna be with you, on this road trip. And they were like, huh? They weren't trying to give me a bed at all. Like, I was like, man, I'll sleep on the floor. Like, but they weren't even trying to. So they had stuff that's happening, and I wasn't a part of it. So I was kind of upset about that. I was like, and I knew some of these people, and they were like, like pretty much treat me like I was like trash. Like, oh no, we don't want this guy around here. So that's when I was just about to be like, okay, that's it. It's the last straw. I try to make it work. This is my third attempt, and it just ain't happening. I'm just not meant to be. And so I went home and kind of was thinking. And then I think it was maybe the next day, I started working back with Abel, like because I just thought about, I was like, man, what I have to lose, I could potentially make $1,000 this week if I actually just come out and work my butt off and prove these people wrong. So I went ahead and started working. I think I made like a $300 my first week back. I think I did something like that. Made a positive sale, credit card. It was pretty awesome. Um, you know, it wasn't like I wasn't like the most amazing thing, but shoot, that's more money than I made in the last 3 months. And then I met, man, I don't remember when it was. I met this guy named Naaman. Oh, this guy's hilarious. Like, I'll probably clip this out and piece together this part that I'm telling right now because he probably changed. He's probably one of the few people that probably changed my life and changed how I thought about Kirby. Even though like I never do it again, he just his whole mindset and how he operated and how simple he made it like was instrumental. Him and his fiance, who he's probably gonna get married to this chick for sure. Michelle, she's a dope chick too. Yeah, they were real awesome people. Like I haven't talked to him in a while. I do need to hit him up though. Um, and but yeah, he pretty much took me under his wing and showed me how I operate. Like, and I told him I was like, hey man, like I may not be the most talented person, but I'll work harder than anybody. I'll clean. I'll pull 100 pads. I'll clean carpet. I'll shampoo. Like I'll do that stuff, And like I've always had a mentality where I may not be the most talented person, but I'll work harder than you to get the job done. And that's all that matters, Like you gotta know what your strengths are and take advantage of those. Because, you know, if you don't do that, what's the point? So I'm gonna kind of fast forward a little bit more. And when we got to let's see, where is it? Where did we go? Oh, then I met his old boss. I think her name was Jen. Yeah, yeah, Jen. Sorry, I mean, like I don't know any people on, so I'm gonna check real quick before I go any further in my story. I've kind of like gone on a whole tangent, going story time here. Story time with Cam. Story time with Cam. I'm gonna start doing stuff like that. Just random stories, events in my life. stuff like that. Where my money, man? But yeah. So, let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. Where's my money, man? Yeah, let me check the chat. Yeah. So sorry about that. I just wanted to take the chat. It was making me laugh there. Where my money, man? That's funny. So yeah, I met this chick Jen. She was Naaman's boss, and like I don't know what she did, but it was August of a few years back. August a few years back, and she was like, "Cam, I want to make it so that you go on a company trip. You pay for this trip by selling all these Kirby's, and you can take your mom on this trip, and you'll make $1,000 every week." And I don't know, like I don't know about you, but I never made $1,000 in a week ever. I was like, man, if I make even $500 in a week, I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm from a military family. My mom and I mean, I didn't really have a dad. I didn't really have a father figure growing up. So my mom pretty much raised me. I didn't even know nothing about my dad till like a few years back, probably right after all this stuff happened. But it just was like amazing to start thinking like at a higher level. And because I never thought that someone, especially from Oklahoma, I'm actually from Alaska, but I lived in Oklahoma for a while now. So I guess I'm Okie now. That can make, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000. Especially as a black man. Like, I just didn't think it was possible. I thought my ceiling was maybe 30, 40, maybe 50,000. Because none of my family, has ever made big money besides my uncle. And he lives in Vegas right now. But outside of him, none of us are making balling like that. So when I started hearing stuff like that, I was okay, okay. Um, so I started, getting up early. Like anyone who knows me, they know I'm not an early morning person. Like that just ain't me. Like, like if I wake up any earlier than like 9 o'clock, that's crazy. So they would get me up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and like I mean, I was struggling. I was living with like four other people, and like some of them got on my nerves. Like Naaman got on my nerves every once in a while. Michelle got on my nerves every once in a while. We had this chick called Kayla. I love her to death, but when I first met her, oh, she thought she could run over me. Like, like it was one of those type of girls, that you think that the thing just because you're a nice guy that they can run right over you, and then when they realize that they can't do it, I'm not gonna just roll over like that. I think she respected me a lot more. And hey, what's up, Bernard? Yeah. So it was just I was like it was different personalities, man. Like I never thought we all were like a family too. Like we all helped pitched in with groceries. If when any of us were down, we got each other up, and like we had the best parties too. Like I was like we had a bunch of house parties, man. Like I'm just talking about this now. Like it was an exciting time for me. Like I was a DJ. I don't know if any of y'all know or if I told you any of y'all, but I was DJing these parties. I have a couple stories of stuff not going the right way at some of these parties. I had this was one chick that we were working with. She called me. Oh, I shouldn't even say this. This it was like a Bill Cosby joke, and any of y'all been following the Bill Cosby thing. It was pretty messed up. Like one of my guys that I was working with, he pretty much had to step up to her because I wasn't going to say nothing because it was kind of getting out of hand as it is, like and she like tore my shirt. Like I was doing my set, and she like literally jumped on top of me and tore my shirt, my work shirt, because I don't know why I was wearing my work shirt at the time. I don't know, I don't remember, but yeah, she was crazy. She was probably the craziest white girl I ever met. like people are like saying, Cam, you wouldn't have, you know what I mean? And I was like, no, 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 I wouldn't. Like, because I think she was racist. Like, I really do. Man, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Like everybody who knows me can vouch for this story. It completely happened. Like, I don't know what I could say on YouTube without them like pretty much like what they do on YouTube. They flag my account or something. So, but it was definitely a fun time. Like, I think it was a party. It was 4th of July maybe. I think I was doing like some Dragon Ball Z moves or something. Like I don't know what happened. Like, it was crazy. And then I think it was beer pong we were playing that night too. And I was a king. I was killing those shots. Like, I was making everything like it was crazy. Like, and the same chick, I think it was the same night that all this stuff happened. The same chick, she got mad because I beat her because she was talking mess, and I was like, nah, 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 I'm not trying to play you. You're drunk. And she was like, no, don't be a, don't be a, you know what? And I was like, oh no, I'm not taking this. I'm just gonna beat her and shut her up because I already beat her boyfriend in 2K 3 times by 50 points apiece, and he owed me money because I don't play people like for free. Like, if you talking trash, let's put up $20, 20 put $20 up on this game. Let's see what's up. And so I went ahead and I beat him 3 times. I think we did double or nothing every time too. Yeah, it was pretty fair. Then I beat her, and that's when she started doing the Bill Cosby jokes and stuff. So I was like, I think she called me Little Bill at one point too, or something like that. It was kind of necessary. Uh, but I don't even know why I got to that point. But so fast forward again. Sorry about that. It's going good, man. Let me check the chat again. Yeah, I'm on my phone a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I'm doing good, co-runner. Yeah, what's up? Like, what's everybody? What's everyone doing right now, man? Yeah, but I mean, it's been fun so far. Like, I kind of didn't expect me even talking about all this stuff. Like, you know, I just like talking about my life a little bit, because people take stuff too serious sometimes. I mean, I don't know if y'all be watching anything on social media, like on Twitter and Facebook, all this stuff, all the MAGA stuff happening, all this whatever. Yeah, yeah, Bernard. Yeah, but we're gonna get this though. We're gonna get this. Like, I kind of been working on the team page today. Uh, in just a second, I can show you what I'm doing on that. But let me finish the rest of my story so I don't cut anyone who's maybe trying to hear the final part of this story with my Kirby journey before I talk about, like, just code a little bit. So uh long story short, I sold my 15 Kirby's, made like $1,000 a week. I think one week I made like 1,500 in a week. 1,500 in a week. Like, I sold Kirby's. I think that one week I sold like 5 Kirby's that week. Like, made $1,500. Got my bonus because if you sell like 3 Kirby's a week, you get a $300 bonus. Yeah, it's all right, man. You can watch later, or we can talk later. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man. So yeah, so I sold my Kirby's. I did my thing. My mom, she couldn't go on the trip. We went to Biloxi, Mississippi. I don't know if you ever been to Biloxi, Mississippi. It's on the Gulf Coast. I've never been there, man. Like, so I was like having a ball. Like, my boss, he paid for everything. Like, I went to some fancy restaurants, like 5-star restaurants. I've never went to a 5-star restaurant ever in my life before that point. Like we had like little, like I'm talking about like these little small little portions of food and stuff. They were costing like something crazy, like 30 $40 for like a small portion of like food, like seafood. And I was like, man. And then there was like this all you can eat buffet that had unlimited mimosas. Unlimited. Like I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, and like we had like maybe 3 buffet vouchers, something like that. And then after we ran out of vouchers, my boss was like, "Hey, if you want some food, like just ask me. I got you." So I was like, you know, you know what I mean? And so he covered me and all that stuff, and I think he gave each of us like $100 a day. Just for spending money at these casinos. So, and that didn't include like the food, stuff, but just like at just gambling. And it was just crazy because I was just having a good time, and I don't know if you see the picture that I'm about to show you, but and this kind of goes hand in hand with that. I wasn't even trying to do this. It's like a picture of me in Biloxi. It's like me at the pier, whatever you call that. So, um, let me go ahead and show you what I've been working on. It's kind of a good segue right there. Let's see how I can share my screen. Screen share. Sorry, I'm a little new at the screen share thing. Let's see. Okay, I got screen 1 and screen 2. See if I can get that on here. Can y'all see my screen? Let me know if y'all can see my screen. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this picture right here, not this one, but that other one I have, yeah, that was the picture of me in Biloxi. Uh, yeah. So then, and that's kind of like the little carousel thing I've been working on, and I really like it, man. Like I worked hard, like trying to get my carousel working right, because I was like getting frustrated with my carousel and stuff. Um, I don't know what any of y'all are working on. Like I don't know if any of the Lambda people that are watching this, um, see right here, see the carousel, even on the mobile. Still got to fix like the height for the pictures, but these are just like dummy pictures. These aren't like the pictures I'm gonna have for the carousel, except that one. But yeah, that's kind of like the idea I have with that. And let me show you. And then let me see, kind of crazy here. The team. See if I can get to it. Kind of acting funny. Yeah, man. And this is like the team thing so far. Like, I got to change this obviously, but I want to have like each like these columns right here and this columns right here. Each of us have a picture of us on here, and then have like information, and have our social media icons on there. And then see this gradient text right here. It's like a gradient text on the yeah. I really like that setup right there. I don't know if it's too small for y'all to see or not, but see, see if I can pull this up. Oh yeah. Hey, FinTech, what's up? Yeah, so like I kind of did like the little gradient text with this transparent color on there so that the background doesn't show the gradient right here. Then I guess you have to use a WebKit because I guess it's not all the browsers doesn't work for all browsers or something like that. I think it's Internet Explorer is like one of the big ones that it doesn't use. But then I had to do a display flex on the columns. Now I did 50% on each of the containers right there, which is for like the information for each of our team profiles, pretty much. Yeah, what's up with you, FinTech? I almost said Killer Cam. Yeah, what's up with you? Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner. And I appreciate all y'all watching me, man. Like, yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's kind of the same thing with me. Like, I still gotta like finish a few things, but a lot of my stuff is done. But yeah, it's kind of like the carousel setup I got going on here. Like I said, I got to change the images here, but it's kind of like little dummy stuff. And I think the craziest thing that I got going on here is just it's maybe my CSS right here. I'll probably break this down a little bit. Probably split up the menu part and then split up like the actual main part of the less file. I don't know if I need to mess with the button or not. Move that in a different file or not. Where is it at? And this is like the carousel JS file right here. And then this is the menu JS file right here. I don't know if I'm moving too fast or not. I had a little help with this one with my boy Mozzie. I don't know what his real name is, but he helped me out a little bit on this one. And then I had a little help with Luis the other day, getting my carousel, and then also some of my team members too. I think Bernard's still on here. I'm not sure if he is or not, but he was earlier. He kind of helped me a little bit on this part because, like, I guess, like, for some reason, the get elements by tag name is working, but when I used the document dot query selector all with the figure tag, it was not working. So I don't know if I misspelled something or whatever, but it wasn't working right. And I'll probably change the interval here. I may change it to 3,000, so it's 3 seconds. I'm not sure because I think 4 seconds may be too long. I'm not sure, but yeah. So that's kind of a little bit what I've been doing, man. So I may get ready to get off here. If any of y'all want to talk later, yeah, because I probably need to give me something to eat anyway. So, because I really didn't expect myself to be talking about like just random stuff before this. So, like, and I kind of messed up and wasn't looking at the chat. So I probably should have got on this earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up later. I'll probably do after I eat, get something to eat real quick. Um, and then I'll maybe do a live stream later on, maybe tomorrow. Probably, yeah, probably do it tomorrow. And then kind of like actually do more like actual like showing y'all some code. I'm like, and then actually doing the code too. I just like lost track of time, man. And I still got stuff to do. So uh I'll check y'all later. Appreciate everybody who's been watching. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.